Howdy guys, Kirk here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today what Jason and I are going to show you is how to make this downspout line go away. Now what they did was they put the downspout on and then they did the color coat while it was on. So this part, the stucco, is raised up a bit. It's about 1/8 of an inch here, a 1/16 to an 1/8. In some areas 1/4. Now what we would generally do is you take a trowel, you take a wire brush, you can take a putty knife, a chisel, and you want to get this edge off. Watch here. See, scrape it off. Scrape that off with preferably I like to hit it with the tail end of a trowel and it comes off. But for the sake of showing you folks how to fix this, I'll just use this. And what I'll do is, once that's off, you take the wire brush too and get all the dust and crap off. But once that's done, you take some bonding agent. I'm kind of partial to Weldcrete. And we take this Weldcrete and we paint this. Now it's going to be blue. I'm going to actually paint from here to here to allow the new cement to adhere to that. Give me about 15 minutes and I will finish scraping the rest of this off and finish applying this Weldcrete to the surfaces about here. Then I'm just going to mix up some mud and skim it and float this finish to this finish. That actually is what we call floating or feathering in. That determines how well this is going to blend in. In about 5 minutes I'll show you that when we get to that period. Okay guys, now what I'm going to show you is we're going to put some plaster here. We just actually plastered it, but Jay camera wasn't on, so we're going to try it again. What I did was I scraped some of the stuff off, and I already did the top piece and floated that. I didn't want you folks see me standing on doing awkward stuff because somebody will try it and end up killing themselves and say, hey, I seen old Kirk do that. But anyway guys, here's what we're doing. We're going to take it from the bottom, and all we're doing guys is we're filling this wiggly inside a bit. This is 1/8 of an inch. These are that much higher. So all we're doing is filling that little bit. So here, here, and if you get a rock, just knock them right out. Sometimes we get cats in the neighborhood messing around with our sand. So, okay, so now I'm going to use this trowel just like a straight edge, a feather edge, a rod. Now that I've got this inside filled up, I'm going to take the trowel, skim it, just like that. I'll tell you the whole trick and technique about doing something like this is the floating. Now, this finish here is it's a hand thrown on dash, about 90 years old. It's been painted about 20 years old, so the dash is softened. If I dash it, mix up some soupy mud and I dash it, my dash will be heavier when they paint it. Since this is softened, I can match it with simple sponge float finish. And here's what I do. See that water coming out of this green sponge float, guys? We take this green sponge float. We only use the hard rubber floats. I get a lot of questions. That's why I'm trying to be thorough answering it. The hard rubber float is to compact it for a scratch and a brown. But this one here is to bring the sand out, or the aggregate in this case. So we don't want a big hump right here. That'll do more damage than good. What we want is, when this is painted, the transition to be smooth. So the only one who notices it will be the homeowner. I can spot a patch anywhere, guys. That's just what I do for a living. I'm a terrible electrician and plumber, but man, I can do stucco all day long. And you see I pulled that much off. I'm going to take it out. And again, now what I'm going to do is, the water dictates how much sand is going to come out of here. So I just want a little bit of sand because this is softened. 20 coats of paint probably in 90 years. So it's softened up enough where I could match it with this float finish. And as a matter of fact, that's about it right there. This took me and Jay about 20 minutes total, but we know what we're doing. And we got that monster truck right there that has all the materials any fella could ever ask for. Anyway, when they paint this, again, the homeowner might say, gee whiz, I can see that just a hair, but the average person walking by won't ever notice it. Anyhow, my name is Kirk. Jason here, my son Dan messing around doing something, I don't know what. But anyhow, guys, as usual, we'll see you on the next repair.